With hurricane season on the way in Norfolk, you need a plan to stay safe.
Think about where you might go, what kind of critical papers you might need to bring with you, medicines that you might have. If you have family, friends, or neighbors, or you yourself are a citizen who might need assistance, that could be somebody with access or functional needs, somebody with pets, somebody that just simply doesn't have their own car. There are some key components of the plan, the key things you want to bring, where you want to go, how you're going to communicate with folks, where your local shelters are, that all go into thinking through how to be ready for hurricane season this year.
But how do emergency managers in Norfolk know when to tell you to kick that plan into gear? That's where these folks come in. They're the hurricane hunters from the U.S. Air Force Reservists 53rd Weather Reconnaissance Squadron at Kessler Air Force Base in Biloxi, Mississippi. They fly one of these 10 separate aircraft directly into the heart of tropical systems and hurricanes to get you the most accurate information possible.
So what we're looking at there is temperature, wind, pressure from the aircraft. We fly at 10,000 pressure altitude all the way down to the surface. We drop a sonde, a little buoy.
And these are the drop sondes. They're instruments that we drop out of the airplane, and they pick up humidity, dew point type stuff, temperature, wind speed, etc. And they transmit back up to this pallet. We launch them through this tube right here, and it's a pretty basic piece of equipment. Sonde goes in the tube, and it's launched out, after I close it up, push the button type thing. Pretty basic stuff there. That information comes back to us, and once it comes here, it's in a readable form. It looks like a bunch of numbers, but it's quite readable. We take that information, do a little quality control check on it, send it over to the weather officer who sits over here, and they send it off to Miami to the Hurricane Center.
They fly at 10,000 feet. Further up at 45,000 feet is this puppy, the NOAA Gulfstream IV, a highly specialized research aircraft operated out of MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa, Florida. It flies at high altitude around and ahead of tropical cyclones, gathering critical data to go into the hurricane forecast models.
In a sense, we're similar in that we're both providing data to the Hurricane Center to improve the model, but for us at 45,000 feet, it's a lot more data that's helpful to the model.
Two different entities, all to help emergency managers in Norfolk make the best possible decisions when it comes to giving you the most up-to-date information and warning for having a plan and preparing for hurricanes.
We think of ourselves as shields, because we're trying to get people the best information possible to make that, hey, I'm in danger, hey, I'm not in danger decision. And that can be life-saving. And I can tell you right now, the people, the men and women on my aircraft, we take the mission very seriously and take personal ownership.
It feels good. And I tell you, sometimes what I've seen throughout the years, just from personal experience, is if those forecasts aren't accurate, people don't listen to them. So I think the biggest thing for residents to have is faith in those forecasts. So when emergency managers say, it's time to get out of here, they know it's a pretty good forecast. And our data definitely makes that forecast just a little bit better.
For more on how you can prepare for the upcoming hurricane season, just search for Emergency Preparedness and Response at norfolk.gov.